1, 2, 3. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Swift Guitar Lessons for another lick of the week. In today's lesson, I'll be breaking down a very cool classic blues slide lick inspired by Derek Trucks, Duane Allman, and Martin Haynes of the Allman Brothers. I got all the tabs available for you as usual at patreon.com/swiftlessons, where if you support the channel for just $1 a month, you gain access to a ton of extra resources, including tabs, backing tracks, and much more. Now, let's get started with the lick of the week. Okay, getting started with our lick of the week. Very cool classic slide blues lick inspired by players like Derek Trucks, Duane Allman, and Warren Haynes of the Allman Brothers. I'm showing you this in the key of A, but in the interest of being able to transpose it from key to key, really knowing the lick, I'm going to show you the inner workings and also some scale patterns that will help you to see the relationship between the notes. Okay, so ditching our slide for a short bit, we're getting started with the tuning. We have open E tuning, very popular tuning for slide guitar. So that is E, B, E, G sharp, B, and E. Basically tuning up to the notes that we would have in an open E major chord in standard tuning. Okay, so now you're all tuned up to open E tuning. We're going to learn the pentatonic scale, but we're not going to play it like we usually do. The open E tuning means that a lot of these notes are going to be shifted up, either a whole step or a half step. So this is how I usually play the pentatonic scale in the key of A when I'm tuned to open E. Okay, so that was 5 on the low E, 1, 3, 5 on the A, 3, 5 on the D, 4, 6 on the G, 5, 8 on the B, and 5, 8 on the high E string. So these two strings that we have here are the same as they would be in standard tuning, okay? So you can still play your kind of common blues licks off of those two strings. Now, we also want to get the upper extension. Okay, where we're going to be building our lick of the week off. Okay, so we have 8 on the G, 8 on the B, 10 on the B, 8 on the high E, and 10 on the high E string. Now, one of the coolest things about being tuned to open E tuning is that the notes that we have on the 5th fret all make up that major chord shape. So for the 5th fret, that would be key of A major chord. You can take that up to the 10th fret for a D major chord, and the 12th fret for an E major chord. And all those notes in that barred shape are going to sound great, especially when you play it with your slide, that 1, 4, 5 progression. Okay, fantastic. Now you have the scales down in the open E tuning. The next step would be to try to play those scales with your slide on. So, 5th fret, low E string. Try sliding up into that note. Alright, we can slide between 3 notes, 1, 3, and 5. Make sure that you block the other strings if you don't want them to ring through. Okay, I can lower that down now for the D string. Alright, then I got the G string, 4, 6. 5, 8 on the B, and same thing on the high E string. Notice how I'm blocking all the strings that I'm not using. I'm just using the high E string, so my thumb is covering up everything else. Okay, then I got the upper extension. And my root right there. And remember all those notes on the 5th fret can be your target notes. They're guaranteed to work. So you can fool around with sliding up and away from them. Alright, for that nice kind of cool country blues sound. Okay, fantastic. Now you have those scales down, you're practicing them with your slide. That's a huge step forward in being able to play slide guitar confidently, especially in this open E tuning. Now we're going to jump into the lick of the week. I'm going to demonstrate it for you first, then I'll break it up into different parts. It's going to sound like this. Okay, let's break that up. Okay, so part number 1 is gonna sound like this. One more time. Okay, very cool technique, very Derek Trucks. It starts off on the 8th fret of the G and B string. We're just gonna alternate back and forth between those two notes twice. Notice my thumb and my pointer finger or my middle finger are doing the work on the picking hand here. Okay, doesn't matter what you do. Then we're gonna slide up a whole step. And vibrato that note, 10th fret B string. Then we're gonna slide up again, peeking out of that upper extension to the 13th fret B string. And I'm gonna slide past it to make that kind of swooping sound. You gotta use your ear for this. Just like that. All right, that gets us to part number 2. All right, very similar. We're just going to go 8, 8, 8. G string, B string, G string. Then slide back up to 10 on the B string and vibrato. So now we have part number 1. Part number 2. Now, part number 3. Okay, so that was the 8th fret of the B string, 5 on the B, sliding down to 4. One of my favorite blues sounds. Then we're going to slide from 3 to 5 on the G string. Just like that. Okay, so part number 1. Part number 2. Part number 3. Alright, just like that. And sometimes I like to throw in a little gliding up to the octave before I repeat that lick again. For your lick of the week. Alright everyone, thanks so much for checking out this lick of the week. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much to my supporters at patreon.com/swiftlessons. Hope you're enjoying the extra resources. I got many more videos coming up, so keep checking back. Please subscribe, please share. This is Rob at Swift Guitar Lessons in Philadelphia saying happy picking.